Hey everybody, John M.I. Woodsman. Got a little video. I'm going to do it kind of backwards today. It's going to be shout outs and some of my fire kits, basically. Just it's going to be different configurations of, I don't know, just some kits I had thrown together for different packs and, you know, day pack, overnight pack. But I'm going to give you a shout out. I gotta give a shout out to a real good friend of mine, Robert, over at Bluegrass Bushcraft. He's having his 1,000 sub giveaway, and man, he should have a lot more subs than that. He's got such a great channel. I mean, from restoring things to bushcraft and overnighters and fire start and bow drill, and the man's very talented. If you're not subbed to him, you gotta check him out and tell him I sent you, because he's a great guy. Great guy. And like I said, he's having his 1,000 sub giveaway. I don't know what he's giving away. I'm just trying to promote it a little bit so we can get some more people lined up. Same thing with Absorb Self Reliance is doing a 2,000 push giveaway. I think he's around 1,700 right now. Mike, another great friend and bushcrafter, custom knife maker, just a great guy, family man. Gotta check him out. Get in there on this giveaway. He doesn't care if you've been a sub or you're a new sub, or just get in there. But I just wanted to throw that out there. So Bluegrass Bushcraft and Self-Reliant, you gotta check them out. I'll put links below. Also, I just wanted to throw a shout out to a good YouTube friend, I think. It's not like we chat back and forth or anything, but I'd like to, is Tom Chitwood. Man, that guy makes my day. If I'm having a bad day, I watch one of his videos with his laughing and always smiling and usually in good nature, you know. He just picks you up. Really enjoys his knife making, and he does, you name it, he does a lot of things, bushcraft, camping, overnight. He's got it. So typical Tom there too. He's trying to talk my wife into letting me buy a knife from him. He's another knife maker, and really turning out some beautiful knives with some birch scales right now. And oh, I'd love to have one. Tom, you don't know how bad I want one of them knives. But anyway, I'm gonna take and reposition the camera on the table, and I'll show you what I got. It ain't nothing fancy, just kind of some junk I threw together. So be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry folks, this is the way I just gotta do it. I don't have a editing program or whatever. I know they got one on YouTube, but I don't know, me and computers just don't get along. Fire kit. Starting out, this could be a fire kit on its own. Bow drill set. You got the spindle, the bearing block, and the hearth, all in a piece of inner tube. It's really, I don't ain't too bad. It slides out of there. But that could be considered a little kit. I mean, that's all you really need, right? You can always find a bow, piece of shoelace, and make up your own outfit. Okay, what do I got? I got some, let's check this one out. This little bag I made up. I think this is my main one. Yeah, this is my main one I carry with me all the time. Mainly for my overnights, I should say, not for all the time, but mainly my overnights, 2 nights, which has been a while. I got some paper birch bark, a little harder piece of bark. I got me some cut up fat wood, some petroleum jellies in a straw, piece of chaga. You can use that for an ember. I got it in there probably for tea. Ferro rod. That was a gift from Forest Prepper. I got this tin. It's already full of fluffed up jute twine and wax jute twine for fire starting, so it's a great thing to have. I usually have tape around it, but I took it off for the video so I didn't have to mess with the tape and stuff. And some more fat wood, a couple pieces of flint. Hope you can see that okay. I got one of the Bonnie Cave fire starters. Got a little tube of ground powdered magnesium I got from Survival Mindset, and that's their channel now. Used to be Jan and Justin Guns for Fun CA. Now it's Survival Mindset. So make sure you resub them on their, make sure you're subbed to their new channel. It's the same channel, they just changed the name, I should say. And another one of Bonnie Cave's fire starters. Oh, here's my piece of file I ground on. That's my striker for my flint. In the center tube, got it in here so it don't get banged around or scratched up. Of course, there's some fire start material right there, some sustaining material. This is a little, it's like a jeweler's. I'm not sure what it is. If anybody knows what that is, it says Interchem Dyes. High fast colors. So maybe it was for looking at colors when you're making paints, something to that effect. Pretty cool. I got that from one of my kids. So I'll throw that back in here real quick. I ain't gonna organize it and go through all that right now. Just wanted to show you this. Okay, what's I got here? I think this is my fire kit. I'm not sure. Yep, this is like a big fire kit. Matches. I got a fire rope. Pretty handy, I'm telling you, when you got to reach in there and hold the flame for quite a while to get the wood to start. If it's wet conditions, you can just adjust that wick where you want it, light it, and just set that metal right in there on something to let it support it, and let it burn away. You get done, just pull back on it, it puts itself out. Fat wood, a lot of fat wood I got. I'm a firm believer in fat wood. I know you can find it out in the woods most of the time anywhere I go, but why tear things up if I don't have to? That's the way I look at it. More inner tube. A couple of my cotton ball roll-ups I make. The way I make them, they're not all slimy on the outside. They work really well. They burn, one this size here will burn close to 12 minutes. I've boiled 2 cups of water with just one of them cotton balls in the past. More fat wood. Jute twine. A little container full of ground magnesium. I like that stuff for a flash. I got ferro rod. Piece of fat wood. I got a striker, and man, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I got this from Nathan 4071. And I got my electronic deal I use for char cloth. If you see in there, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but it's going to start glowing. There it is, it's starting to glow. I don't know if you can see that. I doubt you can see it. But it's that and a little flashlight. It's USB chargeable, so I can charge it in the field with my battery packs. But that's handy. You can open it up and touch some cotton on it and blow on it, or a piece of char cloth and blow on it, and it'll get the job done. And it stays charged. It stays charged in my bag here because I don't use it. It was made for a cigarette lighter, and I don't use it, so the charge lasts a really, really long time. Get this out of the way, get this out of the way. Hope I'm not boring y'all too much. I'm gonna go with this for a change. How's that? How's that for a fire kit? You know, you got everything you need right there. I always carry a ferro rod with my knife, So, I mean, cut the wood, baton the wood, get to the heart of the wood, get to the dry wood, shave it up. Got the ferro rod. You know, you can look at that as really having a fire kit with you. You really don't need to bring nothing else. You know, you don't. It's not a necessity. And I got, this is my first aid bag, but in a section of it, along with the first aid theme, is survival. So I've got a lighter in here, jute twine, a knife, my CRKT, one of my cotton balls, some more fat wood, one of these, which the strikers are, I don't know, they work, I guess. I like using a knife, but in a pinch, this will get you by. It'll start the fire. Some more fat wood. So that's all that. Trying to move along, folks, trying to move along. And in the back is, I won't go through it right now, but in the back is all my first aid, bandana, little tools, fingernail clippers, tweezers, eye solution in case you get something in your eye. This one here, another pouch I made. These are pretty easy to whip up. Some leather, good leather, and some punches. Okay, jute twine. Big firm believer of jute twine. Some great stuff. Fat wood. Here's some lighter knot from Florida. I think Bird Dog I think sent that to me. Some birch bark, another ferro rod, some Maya dust, some matches, char cloth. Char cloth's great, man. You can hit that with the ferro rod and instantly have an ember and throw it in a bundle if you want to get quick about it. Another cotton ball roll up I made, another one of Bonnie Clay's fire starters. And for the sun I got my monster magnifying glass. I got that out of, I had an old light with the magnifying glass above it that moved around on your desk and the light crapped out on me, so I said, hey, I got a place I can throw that just for giggles. So that's where it went. And last but not least, this is kind of like my emergency kit, or I don't know what you'd call it. You put it on your belt, and I mean, that's all I need in any conditions, rain, snow, it doesn't matter. I got so much stuff in here. Another bottle of magnesium, matches. You'd be surprised how much fluffed up jute twine you can stuff in here. This will make a bird nest like you wouldn't believe. Stays nice and dry that way, doesn't get damp. What have I got in here? Got me some chaga. Got a lot of chaga floating here and there. Another ferro rod. A couple more of my cotton. These are just Vaseline cotton balls there, just quick fix. This is a pouch from a 9130 Mosin Nagant. And it works great for this. And here I got more fat wood. I got a whole bottle of fuel, isopropyl. I got this container here. I don't know why I'm doubling up, but you take that little cap off. This is a Zippo container. It holds, you fill that up with lighter fluid. So that's full right now, and it's sealed. It's rubber sealed. It won't leak out and evaporate. And then my little knife, CRKT. So that's my kits, folks. Any ideas or things I may have screwed up or things I did right? If you liked the video, you know, hit the like button. Don't forget to go see them guys, Bluegrass Bushcraft, Absorb Self-Reliance, and check out Tom Chitwood. You gotta go check them out. So tell them I sent you. I'll put links below, so that way you don't have to hunt for them. Alrighty folks, take care, have a great evening, and God bless you all.